everyone, welcome to Dash of Spices. So today I will show you how to cook bacon using the Cosori Air Fryer. So as you know, I really love Cosori Air Fryer. I did have a lot of video already that I use the Cosori Air Fryer. So today is just a basic how you could cook a crispy bacon using a Cosori Air Fryer. So keep on watching if you want to learn how I made this crispy bacon using a Cosori Air Fryer.
So what I got here is a bar-is bacon. You could use any bacon. You could even use turkey bacon. That's really up to you. Now I'm just gonna wipe this basket with the oil. I like using the oil instead of a spray now because I noticed when I used to spray, the spray tend to not really do its job. So I'm using just the oil, and if you have a brush, just brush the oil into the basket or just use a paper towel like what I'm doing right here. And put that back in, and all you have to do is preheat this. Make sure you preheat your Cosori before using it. And then once it's done, go ahead and remove the basket, and you're gonna start laying the bacon. Now this is really up to you. What I normally do with the bacon is I just put the entire 12 pieces of bacon in a basket, but for the sake of the video I'm just using half, so you'll see how it's laid out. But normally I just shove everything in there, and I don't really care if they stick together as long as they're crispy. They could be separated easily. So just lay that flat just like that. Again, you could use any type of bacon. I did use a turkey bacon once and it's actually good too. So I'm gonna create a video of that using a turkey bacon. So this is really how I do this. Normally I do my bacon. I just lay another bacon on top of that first layer. Again, I don't care if they stick together. When they are crispy, it's easy to separate them. But this is how I normally do mine. I'm just showing you how I do my bacon. But for the sake of the video, we're not going to do it that way. This is just a little glimpse of how I do mine normally. So I'll take that second layer out and I just leave the first layer in. And I'll cook this using the Cosori. I pop this in a Cosori, and then I'm going to cook this for about 15 minutes. Make sure that it's locked. Wiggle it, make sure it locks. And put that in 15 minutes, 350 heat, and just hit the play or the start button and let it cook. And now after 15 minutes, this is how the bacon looks like. Right here. It's really good, it's crispy. It's healthier way to do it this way. I normally use microwave to wrap it with a couple of paper towels, but I found that it's more messy to do it that way. With this one, I don't really have to unwrap or rewrap again with a paper towel. I'll just lay it in a basket and cook it for 15 minutes, and when it's done, there you go, just transfer it on the plate. This actually looks delicious and it smells delicious. My dog is really like begging me to give him the piece of bacon already. But this turned out really crispy. I'll show you how. Did you hear that? That is so crispy. This is why I like cooking my crispy bacon, making crispy bacon using a Cosori Air Fryer. Let's see what Milo thinks. Like it? Sorry. No, stay right here. Where are you going? Hey.
So there you go guys. I hope you liked that video. That was how to make a crispy bacon using a Cosori Air Fryer, and it was so quick and easy, and yeah, it turned out really good. And I've been using the Cosori on how to make a crispy bacon. You can skip on this video if you don't want to go through all of this, but the next one is how I clean my Cosori Air Fryer. Keep on watching.
So what I do, what I did here is I just let that sit in the Cosori, the basket. I didn't dispose the oil right away. I let it sit, and then when you let it sit, it turns to harden, so it's not liquefy anymore, like liquidy. And so with the basket, I just wipe it down with a paper towel. Once I get all that oil out, it's easier to dispose them that way because they're solid. And I just dispose the paper towel right straight to the trash can. And that will go to the dishwasher or to the sink. I don't put this on the dishwasher, by the way. I hand wash them. And now with the bucket, I call this a bucket or a pan, I use another paper towel and just wipe it down. I find it easier to dispose it that way than transferring the oil into another container and then you gotta wait again until dispose it. This way, just wipe it down and then go straight through the trash can. And just wipe it down until you got all of that, remove all of that solid oil. And then after that is done, I'm going to put this on the sink and I'm gonna wash this with hot water. And now with the main unit, basically, I'm going to show you how I clean the inner part of the Cosori Air Fryer, because I remember I didn't include that on my very first video on how I maintain and how I take care of my Cosori Air Fryer. So I normally, this is not really this bad, but I wanted to show you how it could be bad if you don't clean it right away. This right here, I do this every time I cook, but I wanted to make sure to show it to you guys how it could be if you just leave it alone basically after you cook it. And that's what's gonna happen. Go ahead and use a paper towel. Right here is just a dump paper towel. If you don't want to waste paper towel, I mean, everybody's grabbing paper towel right now. It's like, I don't know why. You could use a cloth, a soft cloth, and just dump, just make sure you water it and just wipe it down. So now I'm just using a baking soda and I just mix it with the water. If you have a natural dishwashing liquid, that's fine too, but I like using the baking soda. I think it removes all the oil really good. So I just use a soft sponge and I just wipe that down. I don't scrub right away. I try to wipe it down as gentle as possible. This is basically like cleaning your microwave or your oven. Just gently use a soft sponge and just wipe that down. See how filthy that is? That's why you need to clean these after use. Again, this is normally how it doesn't look like this all the time. I do it this way because I want you to show how to clean a Cosori Air Fryer. And now I'm gonna clean the heating element. So I'm using a lemon and then a mixture of a baking soda. I like it. It's satisfying when you see a baking soda and a lemon. It's just like bubbles. It's like we're doing science here. And now I just flip that Cosori unit backwards basically. I mean upside down. I found this small sponge that you use for painting. I noticed you could actually use this to go to navigate to the tight area of the heating element and make sure it's wet. Dip that on a mixture of lemon and baking soda and just gently scrub that area where the heating element is, but not the unit itself, not that the heating element itself, just the side of it, to kind of loosen all that food or oil that gets stuck inside. You could also use a brush. Make sure it's a softer brush and just brush that side gently and work that brush to the area that it is hard to navigate. And just brush that in. And also you could use an old sponge scrubber. This is like a softer scrubber. I think we use this all the time when we scrub the pans or like cooking stuff. This is what I use. It's more softer. I like it when it's used because it's not that hard. It's not stiff, basically. It's more like softer. And I just wipe the area that I think that need more cleanup. And on that heating element, I just wipe it down. I don't scrub it, just wipe it one direction, not back and forth. Just like that. I know some of you maybe do it in the other way, but this is how I do mine. If you could suggest another way to clean that heating element, please, you're welcome to make a suggestion down in the description box. And now I just use a paper towel and just wipe that down. Make sure that it's all dry. Basically, I'm making sure that all the water residue is out when I was cleaning the area. Again, if you don't want to waste a paper towel, you're welcome to use a cloth. Make sure it's a soft cloth. And just work that paper towel. It gets so messy, guys. Because on my Cosori Air Fryer, I use it all the time. So that's why it's like this. But make sure you wipe down the area that you know, like the basket, the bottom of the pan, the bucket. But spend some time doing deep cleaning your air fryer too. I normally do this once a month. I know, maybe it's bad, right? And now the bottom, I just scrub it with the sponge. You might think I'm using too much pressure. Not really, because I already wet this down ahead of time, and then I just go back to it because I know the baking soda will make those loosen the oil of that the pan. That's why it's nice to use baking soda. And then I just use a dry paper towel and wipe that down. Make sure it's dry. See? I like this. I really like this kitchen equipment. It's kitchen tools, basically. There you go. For me, I'm satisfied that it's not enough and nice and clean.
So there you go, guys. That's how I clean my Cosori Air Fryer. I did include it because of my very first video, like 8 months ago, I didn't include it how I clean the inner part of the Cosori Air Fryer. So that video last include how I clean the inner part of the Cosori Air Fryer. So I have this for 8 months now, and so I just washed this. And I still love this Cosori Air Fryer. I mean, there's a lot of models right there. There's Philips, there's I think Ninja as well. But this has still been working. Thank God, it's still doing its job. As I mentioned, I have created a lot of recipe using the air fryer. And I even made egg rolls using this air fryer, and actually it's healthier too. You can't really taste the oil itself because you're not deep frying it. The only thing you need to adjust here, I have been adjusting, is this screws right here. I just need to use this Phillips and just screw that in, just make it tighter, and that's about it. That's all I did, and that's just normal stuff, really. You don't have to do this every time. And also the inner side of the Cosori Air Fryer, I don't really clean that every day, like every time I use it. I just wipe it down. But once a month, I make time to do a deep cleaning Cosori Air Fryer, the inner part of it, like the coil part on the top, the heating element of it. I just use a sponge and a soft brush, but I don't really scrub too much of it because I don't want to damage it. I mean, as long as I get those the food that got stuck while I was cooking, as long as you wipe it down. And I don't really use too much of a soap. I just combine, as you can see in the video, I just combine a baking soda and a little bit of lemon, because lemon is a natural way to disinfect anything. So I use that instead of Lysol or Clorox wipes. I don't like to do that in the inner part of the Cosori Air Fryer because I don't want my food to taste like Clorox or bleach. So that's what I've been doing. So far, again, I love this air fryer. It's unplugged right now, but after you clean everything, you plug that in and you just let it touch the preheat button and just let it sit right there so it's all dry again, basically warm, and all the water is gone. I hope you liked that video, guys, and again, thank you everyone for those of you who subscribed to our channel. Since I started this Cosori Air Fryer video, which is 8 months ago, that is my highest views video. I think we had 5,000 videos. I really appreciate it, and today I made sure that I'm gonna make a follow-up video for you guys. Since you've been watching that video, I could see it that some of you really pay attention to that video, and I could see everyone, few of you actually watch the video all the way through because we could see it in our analytics. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that, and I appreciate all my 800 plus subscribers. I hope there's going to be more. We are just a small time YouTuber. We're just basically making some home cooked meals and anything that we could think of that you might be interested. So, and if there's something else you want us to try on this channel, just comment down below. Again, I appreciate you guys for supporting this tiny little dash of spices from our tiny kitchen. I hope you stay connected, and I hope you continue supporting us, and I'm wishing everyone a safe and a healthy lifestyle right now with all these things going on. I hope you guys are okay, and know that we're thinking of you, and know that you're not the only one that is also having that. You know, I know a lot of people are stressed right now because of this pandemic, but we all get through this. Humans are very tough, and we are strong, and we could get through this. We just have to work together and pray that this will all pass. And one thing I could advise you guys is to always treasure those ones that's around you all the time. Even before the pandemic, they need you now more than ever. So make sure to reach out to them, limit your contact with other people, but there's a phone. The technology is helping us to stay connected. So if you can, reach out to your loved ones or your friends, or even people overseas. Just say hi to them, use the technology, take advantage of being at home, create some dish, create some recipes with your little one, and have them also just bond with you. Because sometimes when we work, we spend most of our time at work, and when we get home, we just make dinner, and after that help our child do their homework and head to bed. Well, with this pandemic, we some of us unfortunately have to stay home because some of us lost our job, or some of us just not considered as essential workers. So take advantage of it. Enjoy your time with your family, with your loved ones, and do some cleanup of your house, decluttering. That's what we've been doing. And just I haven't really made any other updated video, like a longer video. I will try not to make too much of the food video lately, because I know a lot of, again, people around the world are suffering right now. But know that when we cook when we do some cooking videos, we are thinking of you guys. Again, stay healthy, take care. Until next time, thanks for watching Dash of Spices. Ciao!